Hey guys, it's very windy, so I apologize if you can't hear me. I'm trying to block it. Wanted to make a quick video. I hadn't posted one in a little while. I think we're going close to week 7 now on my little 90-day project here. So 12 weeks, we're 7 in. So I actually went longer than 5 days to mow. It kind of was annoying, really. I was like, oh, I want to go mow, but I couldn't. So I mowed Sunday before last. Waited 2 days to spray, which was basically Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, it rained somewhere in there too. And then Tuesday I went to spray it, and I had a break in the weather, so I said, okay, I'll go ahead and spray it, and I can wait 2 days and get a mow in. I had 2 bottles of that spray that covers 5,000 square feet a piece. I got a 9,000 square foot yard, and I'm talking about the Spectracide 470. And the weeds are definitely actively growing again. So started over here in this corner, worked this way, and I was working my way back kind of over here, and I should have used about an entire bottle by the time I got kind of to where I'm standing now, or I should have at least been very close to it, and I was not. And what had happened was the bottle had stopped sucking. Every time I got down to about 25% of the bottle left, it didn't want to pull out anymore, or it was pulling out way slow. I sat there and sprayed and sprayed and sprayed and sprayed, and I couldn't ever get anything to come out, and I was like, screw this. So I ended up putting some water in it and trying it, and it sucked it down back to another quarter, and I worked my way around with that water all the way into the front yard. It got dark, so the next day I came out and did the opposite. I started in the front yard and sprayed the 5,000 square feet of stuff going this way, and the same thing happened. It got down to 25% of the bottle, and I had to go put more water in the bottle to get it to suck. Same thing happened at the end of that one. 25%, it wouldn't spray anymore, so I poured the 2 bottles together into one and then went over the entire thing again, and then the last 25% I mixed it with water and poured it out in some random spot. So long story short, I got 10,000 square foot of coverage. It took me 2 days and like 5 sprays, and that is probably the most annoying thing about the Spectracide. Other than that, it works pretty good. So it doesn't touch whatever this is. I mowed 2 days ago, not yesterday, but the day before. Today it rained, and this stuff is standing up nice and tall, but the Bermuda's looking pretty good. The Bermuda is not growing as fast as I think it should. I put that nitrogen on here, but it's a slow release. The weather is just about perfect for Bermuda. You know, it's getting hotter. I'm gonna have to hit it with something else to go ahead and make it pop, so it goes ahead and drives out these weeds, because these things are just relentless. Whatever this is, I mean, this was cut down to the ground yesterday, and you can see how tall it is. So I got to get the Bermuda some strength. I did pull some sprigs out of the front yard and kind of out of this too. You can see over there, it actually is kind of looking pretty good, starting to fill in good. It's, you know, one thing about Bermuda is once it gets going, it does do pretty well. In my case, I just don't have enough nutrients, I think, and the soil sucks. So and I sprigged where I put this dirt over here. That was a sprig. Over there was a sprig. A couple of these were sprigs, and I had a couple in the middle, but they washed away. It's rained so much. I expect to see this fill in. I'm going to pull some more runners. You can see the runners kind of doing their thing over here. So I'm going to pull some runners from the front yard and put in it. So I'm going to go around to the front in a second, but I wanted to talk about something real quick, and that's the lessons I've learned here. Again, if you watched all my videos, you know this isn't my yard. This is a rental property. I just couldn't stand it because it was so bad. So if it was my yard, I'd do things a little bit differently, because I'd actually spend some money on it then. I have the money, I just don't want to spend it. If this was my yard, or if I was doing this again, the absolute first thing I would do is level the yard. I wouldn't do anything to the grass. I wouldn't spray for weeds. I wouldn't do anything to it. I would level the yard, because one thing I have learned is that you do not want to be in a yard mowing if it's uncomfortable and bumpy and hilly and got holes. It just sucks. So if you're not going to enjoy being in your yard, you're just not going to do a good job at it. So first and foremost, give yourself a nice atmosphere to mow. Second off, the Spectracide 470 worked pretty good. I had a lot of stuff in the yard. A lot of it came back, and you can see now it's starting to die off again after this last treatment. But I do believe that mowing is going to be the winner here. This yard really needs another coat of something. I've maxed out my yearly application limit for 2,4-D, quinclorac, whatever's in that 470, at least per their label. Per the EPA, I think I could probably get another one down. I'm going to do the weights and measures and see. But it doesn't touch that grass. I guess broadleaves. It looks like it actually did kill some. It's got something in it, quinclorac. Looks like it maybe got the crabgrass. I didn't weed eat, but you can see these. This is the weed. I don't know. You guys tell me what that is. Is it nutsedge? That stuff's got sulfentrazone in it, so it should kill the nutsedge. And I guarantee you, I sprayed this part heavy. So lesson number 1, level your yard, make it comfortable. Lesson number 2, from the very beginning, don't screw around. Spray the yard with something that's going to kill everything. In my case with Bermuda, I should have just went ahead and sprayed everything with glyphosate at the very beginning before it greened up, and I probably would not have as much problem as I do now. I could also get it with something like Tribute Total. I think Tribute Total would do a good job, or a combination of something else, whatever's out there. MSMA, I think is what it's called, for Dallas grass. So I should have just went ahead and hit it. So lesson number 2, don't waste your time doing stuff to see if it will work, or just go ahead and hit it. Spend the money once and get it done. And then lesson number 3 that I have learned, mow regularly, beyond regularly. If you look like a crazy person because you mow so much, you're doing it right. Because I can tell you, before this 7-day wait to mow again because of rain and spraying, this stuff was not coming in like this. So now another 2 weeks of mowing every 2 or 3 days